Hey guys, my name is Jeffrey. My team is eLearning, and I'll be walking you guys through the project idea. So, as you may have guessed from the name of our team, we are focusing on eLearning, specifically UNYP's eLearning. We want to improve the existing UNYP eLearning software, add additional features, and that way solve some problems and create some added value. The problems that our existing e-learning software has are, for example, technical issues. These are becoming more and more common lately. I'm sure everyone knows about these. Security breaches, like the one that we had at the beginning of the semester. Limited interactivity on e-learning. Some professors supplement with third-party apps and websites. We want to streamline all of this onto one platform, our e-learning software. It's what it's there for. And we focus on a limited pool of students. I'll talk about this more later. Our opportunities. So currently, a lot of Czech websites or a lot of Czech universities have really bad and old e-learning platforms. On the right here, we have, for example, VŠE, Vysoká škola ekonomická. That's the leading public business university. Mostly it's used for just uploading lectures. There's no real interactivity. You can't really do much other than watch videos. We're also not focusing on a large untapped pool of potential students. I will again talk about that more in the next slide. I'm just building up to it. So what we want to do. So first of all, we want to host our own software on our own servers. This would hopefully mitigate all of the technical difficulties that we've been having. We want to implement an improved tech support system. We want to make it easier for us to contact tech support. We want to make it easier for tech support to contact us. We're thinking of implementing an AI chatbot so that a lot of the easier to answer questions can be answered instantly. We also want to implement cybersecurity measures. That way we can mitigate all of these security breaches. We also want to incorporate more interactive elements to our e-learning software. And lastly, we want to implement and offer new courses. These courses would be focusing on working professionals, as well as people who just don't have the time to go to school or can't physically go to school. These courses would be online. They wouldn't have a set time. They'd be taught by the professors who already work at UNYP. And that way, by improving and adding these features, we aim to fix problems that we're already having, as well as making it more attractive for students to study at our university. So thank you for your attention, and Nick will now walk us through the total available market.
Okay, so now we're going to be looking at the total available market. And so the online education market in general has seen a lot of good growth in the past years, especially due to the pandemic. We've seen the value of that and the students and the organizations. But the online degree market specifically has seen even more growth, like in the online education sector. We've seen the most growth in the online degree market, which is a good sign for us because we offer dual degree American and European. So that kind of separates us from a lot of universities, along with a cheaper education, like university cost. Although in Europe it can be expensive, but compared to America, it's quite cheap, especially since you're getting an American degree. So we're able to target more locations that American universities wouldn't be able to target because they offer way higher prices. So the place that we've seen the most growth is in the Asia Pacific. And so they have 28 million learners, and they've used 68 million online courses. So that's a really good sector to target, and a lot of people there speak English. So we can offer them the American and European degree. And yeah, it's good for people with busy schedules or just want a part-time education or want to be able to take an online course and get a degree out of that. So that's very good. And worldwide, there's been 1 billion people that are projected to have a high school diploma by 2025. So the market is continuously growing in terms of people, and it's going to be worth 74 billion by 2025 as well. So we can see that it's good to go broad with this, and there's a lot of places to target. So looking now at North America, Europe, and Latin America, they follow the Asia Pacific, and they've had some good growth as well. And now looking at Africa, it's had the least growth, but it's had the fastest growth. So it has about 3 million learners right now, or online learners. And so it's interesting to see how this market's going to develop with the technology and now AI getting into all of this. It's going to be good to see how the AI can optimize the courses and give the students what they need and provide them with the convenience that they seek by using the online courses. The e-learning system platform is great because it's easily accessible to any part of the world that has a good internet connection. And since it's an online platform, there are no location boundaries or challenges besides the need for a good internet connection or good internet access. Therefore, we don't really have to target a very specific place. We could be very broad and go worldwide because most places and most people speak English or desire to go somewhere where they speak English. So we can offer that value to them there. And we aim to distribute high quality education online and a degree to anyone who's interested in either finishing or starting an American or European degree or both.
So moving on to the business process model, as you can see here, we have a very simplified version of the diagram to basically help you understand better and just make it simpler for you as the viewer. So for the first one, we have input. This is where professors create the educational content, and then once that's done, the technology infrastructure allows for the content to be transferred correctly through software, and this therefore allows it to be managed accordingly. And then for the last one, we have a management system, which is basically just used to track the progress of our learners and customers, so to speak. And so how this works is that once you use the course and you're graded on it, it just gives you that percentage. So it allows us to see where you're at, and it can also provide you with feedback on how to improve it. For the process part, this basically involves just creating, managing, and delivering educational content to the customers. So this is started by UNYP, who identify the subject and design the curriculum. The professors then obviously create the content. And once that content is created, the dean of that specific department, whether it's business or science or whatever it is, then reviews it to make sure there are no issues with it and to make sure that it will be easily consumable by the learner, if that's the right word. And then once that is all finished, the content is then converted into several formats. So it can be adjusted and suitable for several devices, such as your phone or your laptop or even your iPad and stuff. So it allows you to basically access it from any device, from anywhere. And moving on to the last one, which is output. This is simply just the end product of our business, which is obviously the tailor-made, high-quality educational content. And this content is, as mentioned before, designed to be interactive for the learner in order to essentially enhance the experience of the learner and to give that tailor-made feedback so you can adjust accordingly and improve at the best rate possible.
Looking at the part of social media marketing, our target audience is located mostly on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Based on the research we have done, the users of these platforms align with our target demographics and psychographic traits. The most used platform by our target audience is Facebook with 72% user rate. The second comes Instagram with 61.6% of users between the age 18 to 34. And last but not least, we have TikTok, which has 47.4 users between 10 to 30. Although social media platforms contain very similar type of content, therefore, it will be beneficial for us to place our promotions on all the mentioned streams. The traits that are attracting our target audience on social media are creativity, easy to understand and interactive content, and being tech savvy. We will try to implement the ads in a way that our audience will not feel like they are consuming our promotions or are pressured by the advertisement. We will simply show them all the benefits of using e-learning platform and how the platform can positively impact their lives. To continue with demographics, our demographics consist of 4 categories: existing students, UNYP alumni, and working professionals, international students, and part-time students. eLearning's main target audience offered by UNYP would be its existing students. This would include the undergraduate and graduate students for both the European and the American degrees, as well as the students currently studying for the several certifications offered by UNYP. In addition to UNYP's current students, the e-learning system can also be marketed as towards students who have already finished their degrees as well as working professionals. UNYP could offer short online courses taught by their existing professors to these people who are not interested in pursuing a full-length degree but do want to improve their education. The third category are international students who are interested in getting an American or European degree or both, so they have the freedom to work in America or Europe. They also have the freedom to choose whether they will attend the courses online or in person. Some students simply cannot get a visa or it is too expensive to be at a certain location in person, so they would rather receive their degree online. Our last demographic category are part-time students. We could target students who are in a living situation that does not allow them to pursue a full-time education and can only attend part-time. With the e-learning system, the education situation will become much easier with the possibility of attending the courses online at their time or just join the lectures in person but part-time. Continuing with psychographics, the psychographic characteristics of the people who would be using e-learning system would be split into 2 main groups. The first category is existing students. This group would be the most wide. Generally, these would be young, ambitious individuals who are interested in gaining their undergraduate or graduate degrees. They are comfortable with using online learning platforms and are capable of working in groups as well as alone. The second category is UNYP alumni or working professionals, and this group is similar to the existing students with several key distinctions. They are older and have less available time. They are not using this platform to socialize, but strictly to educate themselves as fast as possible. And outside of UNYP, they are working full-time, so that means that they will want fast-paced and straight-to-the-point software and educational materials. They will prefer to work independently as they will have busier schedules that would make working in a group difficult and create more challenges.
I will be talking about the digital plan, including ads, landing pages, and the SEOs of our project. So, starting with our SEOs, we have divided it into a couple of points which would be very crucial for the success of our project, which is that we have to identify the relevant keywords, and by that we need to know the words and the phrases that our target audience are likely to use and include them in our e-learning and like in the websites and all of those places where our customers or like students will be present. The second thing is that we have to optimize our website. By that we mean that we have to make sure that the website is optimized for the search engines and that is relevant and has all these relevant content and URLs to ensure the website is also mobile friendly, it loads quickly, and it has a clear and easy to navigate structure. The third point is to utilize social media. To use social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. It can be very valuable to promote our e-learning platform and make sure to have those also platforms set up a really good social media profiles on those platforms to engage content and to reach the relevant and target audience. The fourth point is to monitor and adjust. So to keep a good optimized search engine, we have to keep in mind that we have to continuously monitor our website's performance, and we have to see if the search engine is ranking us in a good place. We have to adjust our strategies based on that. For example, we could maybe change some of the words specifically so it can pop up even more and keep it trendy, as could be said. And we have to improve our website structure, the content. We have to build more, always can't stay behind, and just keep it also simple. For the second part, we have the digital marketing, which is divided into three parts. The influencer sponsor product. We have to set up some things that will attract more ads or attract people from ads to us and make them click and come to our websites. And so the first thing would be the influencer sponsor products. So based on the research, we'll find the most suitable influencer for our educational websites and hire them, or like ask them to come to our okay, cut that part please. I'll do that again. Okay, so the first part would be the influence sponsored product. So we have to find a relevant and a suitable influencer for our school or like our website eLearning to promote and have somebody do some like maybe social media influencers promote their things in a form of maybe for Instagram would be a reel, like maybe a short clip, or if it's a Facebook famous influencer, could be like a post or something like that. So we have to keep that in mind, so we always have people driving sales or like driving more people to our websites and our services. The second thing could be that we have to add or create an ad campaign which contains something like testimonials from several students and teachers and like from various cultures and backgrounds, to show that we are multicultural and that we have all people from all ages and from all backgrounds. So the ad campaign also has to portray our target audience, which will be the part of the ad, and also show our potential customers who can relate to that ad. So in the beginning of the ad, show something problematic, and that the solution can be done through e-learning. The third thing is that we have to offer free trials. By offering free trials, our school maybe, or like show like day of open doors or something like that, or giving a fee, giving something that is usually given for money, just for free, just to hook in those people, and they will get the feeling of using a platform without a fee. So by the time they will end, by the time the trial will end, influencer sponsor product. We have to set up some things that will attract more ads or attract people from ads to us and make them click and come to our websites. And so the first thing would be the influencer sponsor products. So based on the research, we'll find the most suitable influencer for our educational websites and hire them, or like. So the first part would be the influence sponsored product. So we have to find a relevant and a suitable influencer for our school or like our website eLearning to promote and have somebody do some like maybe social media influencers promote their things in form of maybe for Instagram would be a reel, like maybe a short clip, or if it's a Facebook famous influencer, could be like a post or something like that. So we have to keep that in mind. So we always have people driving sales, or like driving more people to our websites and our services. The second thing could be that we have to add or create an ad campaign which contains something like testimonials from several students and teachers and like from various cultures and backgrounds, to show that we are multicultural and that we have all people from all ages and from all backgrounds. So the ad campaign also has to portray our target audience, which will be the part of the ad, and also show our potential customers who can relate to that ad. So in the beginning of the ad, show something problematic, and that the solution can be done through e-learning. The third thing is that we have to offer free trials. By offering free trials, our school maybe, or like show like day of open doors or something like that, or giving a fee, giving something that is usually given for money, just for free, just to hook in those people, and they will get the feeling of using a platform without a fee. So by the time by the time the trial will end.
Hey guys, Jeffrey again. I'll be walking us through our high-level systems diagram. As you can see, we have our servers here. This is our customer support. These are our internal servers, as well as all of our storage. As you can also see, we keep our internal storage as well as our client data, as well as our normal storage separately behind different firewalls. This is to make sure that even if part of our system is compromised, the other part and the more sensitive data is not. So to walk us through a use case, in this case, we're going to be assuming that a student wants to access e-learning. So the student would turn on their computer, they'd open their web browser, type in the address, they'd hit enter. That would then be sent through their router, through the internet, through our firewalls into our servers. They'd then send back access to a login page where the student would input their login credentials. These would be sent again through the same internet, router, firewall. The servers would go through another firewall to check and corroborate the client data. If it matches up, then the student is authenticated and has access to our e-learning software. There, anything that they do would be saved on our normal storage. When the student would log out, everything, all their progress would be stored again on their normal storage. In case of any IT members needing to store anything sensitive, that would all be stored on our internal storage, which is behind another firewall, where even professors, students, nobody other than IT staff would have access to the storage, as well as client data, of course, being very sensitive. That would also be stored on different servers than our normal servers. In the case of a student wanting to talk to IT, they'd go through the same process. They'd have to validate that they are in fact a student. Once they have that verification, they'd be able to talk to an AI integrated support system. If that would not, then they'd be given access to a human support operator who would then help them. So thank you for your attention. I believe that concludes our presentation.